Final ultimate class change, ladies and gentlemen. We are changing to Crusader. So we have done all of the other classes. This is the final class I need to get my hands on. So all of the people that are playing Crusader and been waiting for this day, I'm coming for you. This is for you here. Sorry, it took me a while to get to your class, but today's the day we're going to do it. So let's go ahead and customize this and get ourselves set up the way we want to look. Go with ourselves very pale because I barely get outside. I have longer hair. Let's go with a custom color. Can we get it kind of my color at all? Can we get it sort of red? I mean, that's more like pink. Can we get it kind of brownish, orangish, reddish? I guess that's about as close as we're going to get realistically. Okay, we'll go with it. Mustache. I guess I have some scraggles kind of on the face, but not really a full anything. So we'll just go with, let's do something kind of fun. Let's make him look like an old gunslinger from the West or something like that. Give him a white, yeah, there we go. Give him an old... a white gunslinger mustache. His bottom half of his face is 80 years old. The top half is 40 years old. Perfect. Okay. And lightness intensity. Guess it doesn't really matter. Transparency. Ooh. There you go. Okay. Why not make it look like that? I don't really care about positioning his face or any cheekbones or anything weird. Don't really care. Don't really care. Don't care about any of that. Skip that. How about the eyes? You know what? Let's go with something kind of interesting. Let's go with war paint, maybe. That kind of looks like war paint in a way. Yeah, let's go with kind of bluish, whitish war paint. Sure. Why not? Oh, wait. Oh, there we go. We can go the Crusader kind of look. I like that. All right, can we do a color intensity or anything with that? We can. There we go. All right, let's go with just white. Oh, that looks weird. Looks weird. All right, you know what? That for some reason, the pink cross, I love it. And eyebrows, give him some kind of funky eyebrows, maybe. There we go, some kind of funky looking ones. Give him nice big blue eyes there. He looks like an absolute mess. I think it's lovely. Beautiful. Yep, that looks good. Class change and Crusader. Cosmetics inner light. That's right, we're going to lose the inner light cosmetics, but it is what it is. So Crusader is going to be our season 5 character. And what this means is we're going to lose all of the essences one more time. So we're going to have to, for the 6th and final time, refarm all of our gear. I'm not very much looking forward to that at all. Now, because we went to strength class, we do actually get to re-equip now our set items, which is nice. All right, our gear is now re-equipped, and I'm at 5251 combat rating. That does not seem right. I think we're a little bit higher than that at the moment, but I think that might be one of those visual glitches. Every time I've re-equipped stuff after changing classes, I always seem to lose a couple hundred combat rating. So I'm going to relog. Immediately upon relogging, I am now at 5568. So if you do a class change and you're like, what happened? I lost 300 combat rating. Don't panic. Just relog. For whatever reason, there's a bug that happens literally every time and you lose like a whole bunch of stats. Okay. All right. And we got to do the Paragon tree as well. You get your class reset. You get your Paragon points reset too. So what I need to be doing is deciding what I want to do. I think I'm going to focus PvP stats first, just so I'll be useful in PvP. I'll go ahead and take all of the points and I think I'm just going to max this out in its entirety. I'm not really trying to min-max the damage like I normally would, where like I did for the Demon Hunter, where I'm all over all these different ones. I think I'm just going to fully max out this tree, and I'll probably have a Treasure Hunter tree as well. That way I can have the utility from both of these. I'm okay with just the armor and the rapid recovery, etc. Put that one active, so now we have our PvP tree. Treasure Hunter, I want the bonus experience, I want the damage, I want the extra gold, and then I would probably like the increased drop rate, because from 240 to 250, I have to get like 5 times more scrap than what I have, and realistically at some point I'm going to be needing, at the minimum, the scrap, that disenchanting from the equipment as well. So I'm thinking about taking that one. The increased globe orb drop rate, I think these include the quickening and like energy globes. And if so, that does actually make farming quicker. I don't really need to max the rest of this out. So what I'm thinking is, since I have 118 points, I could do like 18 more points, which would just give us the equipment drop rate as well. And I don't know, I don't think anyone 100% knows if this actually affects the legendary drop rate or not, to be honest with you. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these points here. That gives us 102 points left. So now I feel like I have another 100 points after having most of what I want out of Treasure Hunter. So I could max out one more of these if I really want to. I feel like Survivor is kind of a competition against Gladiator for the PvP one, but Vanquisher, we could have an argument for using Vanquisher if I'm going to try to do things like challenge rifts, etc. So I'm kind of thinking about just going down the Vanquisher route. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I do have a reset, so I'm not that worried about making a mistake, but I think I'm going to see what it's like. Plus, it's going to give me some additional storage here, the deeper pockets. It gives me 3 inventory more bag spaces, which will be kind of nice because I don't have the boon anymore. I'm not spending the money on the boon, so I don't have that inventory storage. And we get a good amount of damage and armor penetration from these trees, as well as some life, so just some overall decent stats. And now we have that for sort of challenge rift farming. And the last 2 points we can kind of put wherever we want. I think we'll just continue to drop them in the Treasure Hunter, and eventually we'll get this done. So we'll put in the armor pin there. All right, so that's going to be good for the Paragon trees. Now the stats have gone up. We are at 960, which actually isn't as much armor penetration as I would have hoped. I normally have more than this, I believe, but I'm not sure if when we swapped gear around, if it adjusted the armor pin or something. I know we lost 1 armor pin on the boots, and we lost 1 of the armor pin from these 2, because these are all with damage right now. But if we look at our damage, how's our damage? 8,368. Having the Paragon tree different is costing us like almost like 600 damage or something crazy. But the life, if you look at the life, we have almost 10,000 more life than we did with the previous tree. So we'll see where we're at. We still have some min-maxing left to do, and we got to adjust some of these sets because we're going to be wanting larger bonuses from the sets. We need a glove pair yet to complete what we want here for the set pieces. And obviously we need legendaries to change up these 2. So now that we're at 240, this is the start of the Crusader. And I want to say, look at the cosmetics of it, okay? I always think the original reserve gear is actually pretty interesting. If I take off, let's take off the actual weapon cosmetic here. This is what the base reserve gear looks like for a Crusader. I mean, that almost looks like some kind of cheesy superhero you'd see on like an HBO Max show or something. Pretty funny. Now, Crusader's all about teams, and with the next update being about warbands and parties and stuff, I'm kind of thinking that this is the right time to be playing Crusader anyway. So I'm kind of excited to see how much I like the class. I got to figure out the builds I want, and I got to figure out the legendary items and all that. But I'm excited that at a minimum, this is my last final class that I have to max out. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to do again. I'm not going to have to refarm another set of essences, because every time you walk over here and go to this essence transfer and you see that this is completely empty, oh my God, it means there's so much farming to do. But this is the final time that we get to do it. We have 60k coins on us, so just to see how lucky we are in the beginning. Let's see, do we get any legendaries to start? Let's go. Do we get anything? Nope. So that's a bad omen to begin with. But you know what? We're on to the next class now. So for all my Crusaders out there, thumb up. I'll let you know what I think of your class here. We'll play it for about the next week or so. And after that point, we got to decide what class we're going to go to permanently. But I kind of think it's going to be, for the permanent one, it's still going to be Necro. But we're still going to check out Monk before we go back to Necro. So we got a lot of other assortments to do. But for this next week or two, it's going to be Crusader.